sometimes you just have to talk because there are some people who just never seem to shut up.
KFI AM 640, more stimulating talk radio.
Southland weather from KFI tonight. It'll be clearing, lows in the mid-40s to lower 50s. Tomorrow, sunshine, highs in the upper 50s to mid-60s. Right now, it's 49 degrees in Ventura, 53 degrees in Santa Ana, and it's 54 degrees in downtown Los Angeles. KFI is the talk station that does news on the hour, on the half, and when it breaks. I'm Kim Kendrick in the KFI News Center.
Don't know much biology. Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be.
11:06 here at KFI, AM 640, more stimulating talk radio. You got Mr. KFI with you till midnight. Taking your phone calls on the show that has no guest topics, screeners, goofy sound effects, pre-recorded comedy, scripts, planted callers, or contrived viewpoints. All you get on this show is little old Mr. KFI and a 50,000-watt microphone to pummel you into submission. You will find me conveniently located inside your radio weeknights from 9 to midnight. And I do need to remind you that although the revolution will not be televised, it will be broadcast live on the Mr. KFI show. So stay tuned for that. And we'll take your calls up until midnight tonight on the show that's Back to Basics Radio. And we'll begin here with you. Hi, welcome. You're on with Mr. KFI.
Mr. KFI.
Yes, sir.
That stone that you were talking about?
Yes.
Is called bentonite.
Bentonite.
Bentonite. It's used in kitty litter.
I went to high school with a guy named Ben Tonight.
Is that right?
Yeah.
His first name was Ben, and his last name was Tonight?
Exactly, from a long line of Tonights.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, thank you.
The other use for that is by well drillers. And they put it down the outside of the casing, and when it comes in contact with moisture, it swells up and then stops that moisture from flowing from strata to strata.
Wow. What is it that you know about well drilling?
I have a friend of mine from Michigan who was a well driller, and he doesn't like the rotary type. He likes the driven type of wells.
Well, you know, who doesn't? All right.
Now, I got a question.
Yes.
What happens if the federal government goes out of business and collapses, and what happens with the economy and everything, in your opinion on this? Is it good to have some precious metals set aside for this?
I don't really get the sense that if our federal government goes belly up somehow through, what do you mean, like a violent revolution, or what are you thinking up here?
Well, I don't think that it'll be a violent revolution. There may be some raids on grocery markets and places like that, but if we were to go out of business and then, like what the discussion has taken place recently, and our AAA rating goes down to an A or a B, is it good for us to have some precious metals like silver bullion or gold bullion set aside?
You know, I've heard a lot of people say this, that because it's a medium of exchange that has intrinsic value, and that other nations would be interested in gold and silver and stuff. But truthfully, and I think it's always wise to have a wide variety of investments, that you don't want, those old adages about not putting all your eggs in one basket. There's wisdom in that. But I really don't get the sense that, if our bond ratings were reduced, I don't really get the sense that means we're any closer to some kind of revolution, or that our government is at risk of going under. What it means is that interest rates will rise, that we might have inflation, we might have stagflation, we might have a recession or a depression. Those are the realities, and the way markets are set. But there are so many stopgap measures to prevent things like stock market crashes. I mean, we're not going to have another stock market crash, and there's just too much. There's too much that's programmed into the computers that would stop something like that from happening. They just shut down trading before that would happen.
Well,
keep going.
I appreciate what you're saying about how they would stop down and
there's too many controls in the federal government that wouldn't allow for something like wild rampant inflation, or there's just too much that can be done. That's why there are agencies like the Fed that regulates the flow of money.
Right.
And
I feel like we're getting very close to a major event financially.
why do you feel that way?
It's just that, I don't know. I just feel it inside me.
Well, interest rates are low. There is a very low unemployment rate. There are many companies that are reporting record profits. The stock market has never been healthier. I mean, I'm curious as to why you think that. Other than maybe you're just one of these guys that has when things are good, you see doom around the corner, and I sometimes think that too. But there's nothing to indicate that we're in a position where things could just go, haywire.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate your insight.
All right, but this is just a gut feeling you have. There's nothing that leads you to have this belief or this suspicion.
It's just a gut feeling.
Okay, fair enough. I appreciate the call.
Have a good night.
All right, you too. Bye-bye. Hi, you're on with Mr. KFI.
Hello?
Welcome, another Mr. KFI Vixen.
I don't believe I'm a Mr. KFI Vixen, Mr. KFI.
Who was saying hello?
Oh, that was the other side of the phone, Mr. KFI.
It was.
That was the other dimension of me, Mr. KFI.
Are there two of you on the line, or is that like a recording?
No, there's
No, it's two.
Oh, okay.
We wanted to ask one question.
A tag team
together.
call that took two of you to make.
That is correct, Mr.
I'm
KFI.
with you. All right.
Mr. KFI?
Yes, sir.
Madonna is 37 years old.
37.
Yes, she is.
All right, that explains it.
But we have a problem, Mr. KFI.
A problem, sir?
Well, we want to... This is something that you can help us with. But we have something we can help you with as well.
So it'll be mutual.
Correct.
All right, let's hear it.
Do you want us to help you first, or would you like to help us?
I'd like any assistance I can be offered.
Canker sores.
Yes?
I had a problem with canker sores probably about the same time that you're having them, and I discovered a method to get rid of them once and for all.
Tell me.
I'm sure you have not heard this method before. Calcium ascorbate vitamin C.
I have. I've taken massive doses of vitamin C. And
Ascorbic acid or calcium ascorbate? See the difference?
I don't know.
You can't take ascorbic acid. That's what's causing the canker sores.
Right, what's the calcium?
Calcium ascorbate is non-ascorbic acid. It's not acidic. It will kill any. You'll never have canker sores again.
Calcium ascorbate.
That's correct.
All right, I'll try it.
But don't eat a lot of pineapple.
All right, how much calcium ascorbate must I take?
Well, you can get them in 500 milligrams or 1,000 milligrams.
Right.
I recommend you take 3 500 milligrams a day. It's not acidic. It won't hurt your stomach. You can take it on an empty stomach, and you'll have no problem at all.
All right, I'll try it.
And I assure you, I had a lot of canker sores in my 20s, and when I started taking it, probably around 28, 29-ish,
That's what I am.
never had them again.
All right.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you think of the crop circles in England?
Nothing. I think nothing of them.
What are you talking about? They're like half-acre long,
I know.
never been touched by humans.
I think it's a hoax.
None of the wheat is destroyed or whatever
I know.
crop they're in.
I think it's a hoax. I don't think aliens are leaving us signs in crop fields in London or
Well,
outside
how
of
about
London.
people from other dimensions? They're beings from other dimensions.
Oh yeah, beings from other dimensions. Yeah, that makes sense. That really seems logical.
But none of the crop is killed. And also the energy, they measured the energy, and there's a direction. And
You know, there were crop circles a few years ago that were revealed to be hoaxes. Did you know that?
Yeah, but not all of them can be hoaxes
Why not?
because there's too many of them, and there's just
Yeah.
too much. It's unexplainable stuff.
You think so, huh?
Yeah, you can't just write it off.
Will you feel foolish when they unveil the hoax?
No, you can tell if it's a hoax because you can tell if the wheat is killed or whatever it is. There are broken stalks.
Yeah, these weeds are bent. These are bent by heat.
And the DNA is changed in the stalks that are touched.
I find that a little hard to believe. Where are you getting this information?
A woman that studied them. Check it out. The DNA is changed.
Let me ask you a question. Did you hear this on a radio talk show by chance?
No. We went to a seminar.
Yeah, a seminar.
Check it out, though. Check it
All
out.
right, I'll do that. Did
KFI?
they also try to sell you a condo by chance, a timeshare?
Just a bridge.
No timeshare either.
What's that?
No timeshares either.
No timeshare. Oh, good. Did they give you a television at the end of the seminar, though? Did you get at
No.
least like a little barbecue, maybe?
No, it was like an information thing. Swear.
All right.
Check it out.
All right.
So, Mr. KFI?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
We need you to hold up to your side of the bargain. We have a problem.